Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back for your Thursday Jasmy update. If you don't know, if you don't follow the channel, this is something I do every Thursday. I try to do every Thursday. Last week I ran into a hiccup, but Jasmy, if you're here for it, smash up that like button, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment in the comment section, all for the algorithm, and come back hopefully every Thursday for your Thursday Jasmy update. So anyway, let's just go ahead and dive right on into this. If you don't know, again, I am very bullish long-term on Jasmy over the next couple of years. And I'm looking at it. I've gotten some heat for being bearish short-term, starting right about when Jasmy peaked. I started turning a little bearish, and some of you didn't like that. I thought it was going to go down to 4 cents or so. It got close to there. It looks to me like that opportunity has been missed. If you have set buy orders there, I do believe that we have a confirmation of a change of character, a break of structure on the daily candle. In my opinion, 4 cents does not seem as likely anymore. So if you bought Jasmy around this point, 4.5 cents, fantastic, great for you. I am looking for new entries. I would be a little cautious about buying Jasmy at the moment. You can see it got rejected right in the middle of the golden pocket at the 6.6 fib level. And we had a daily close right below there. It's not shocking to me. I thought maybe we'd get up to the 702, but we didn't get there. Got to the 0.66. And we are right now, we had a daily close below the bottom of the golden pocket, the 618. Right now, we're hanging around trying to figure out what we're going to do. I believe that this right here is going to be a very good opportunity to be buying Jasmy for a short-term trade or to load up if you're looking for good timing to load up to add to your stack basically. And so there's several positive signs that I've seen. The volume has increased. The volume was just slowly dying ever since we peaked, that local peak in February of this year. Volume just has been slowly trickling, but then we see an increase in volume. That's a good sign that we may be moving in a positive direction. I mean, like I said, change of character, break of structure in the chart. We are now on the daily chart in an upswing. We broke through some key resistance levels. I believe that we still have more room to go on this upswing, whether it be a double top or maybe even a 1.618 fib retracement, which would bring us all the way up to 12 cents. That is in the cards for the medium, not quite short term. I'm not talking about days, but perhaps weeks. That is a possibility, given especially considering the possibility that Bitcoin is going to continue to rally. We could see Jasmy put in new highs in its local chart at least. Volume looks good. But short term over the next few days, and maybe not weeks, but next few days, I'm waiting for stochastic to come back down. We are overbought on the stochastic and the MACD, just waiting for that to come back down, which again would lead me to believe that this right here is an optimal entry point. 55 thousandths of a cent, I think it is, 0.00551 or so is where I'm setting a limit order to add to my stack. Just also looking at the Jasmy Bitcoin chart, I'm seeing similar things here. We are overbought on stochastic. It looks to me like worst case scenario, what we're going to see is another bounce off of this level here, this all-time low on the Jasmy Bitcoin chart, perhaps another bounce there, but that doesn't mean that Jasmy is going to be going down to its previous bottom, which was right about here, 0.004443. But more so, it's gonna go up with Bitcoin along with Bitcoin. And so I expect Bitcoin to continue climbing, get up to $32,000 over the next week or so. And I would expect Jasmy, if the Jasmy Bitcoin chart were to bottom out with Bitcoin at $32,000, then Jasmy is still higher, as you could imagine, than that 0.0044 level. So that has me a little, those two factors have me a little bearish short term. I do believe, again, we are in some sort of an upswing. So, if we are to continue the uptrend, you would expect Jasmy to not put in a lower high. A lower low. You'd expect it to put in a higher low, which again would lead us somewhere around here or maybe a little bit lower. Regardless, there's somewhere in this range. Maybe we'd see a wick to a lower high, somewhere in that range that I've already been talking about. One thing that has me very hopeful about Jasmy short term, which I do also want to look at, is just looking at the Bitcoin dominance chart. And so this is a weekly chart, just a reminder, or if first time telling you this is a daily chart. This is a daily chart, the Jasmy Bitcoin chart. But the Bitcoin dominance chart is a weekly chart. And if you look at where we are with Bitcoin's dominance, there's a lot of potential for alts to start roaring because, we are at a level that we have not seen when it comes to Bitcoin's dominance in 2 years, since April of 2021. And so what's it going to take for us to break through that? There's some heavy resistance there. I think a lot of big players are looking to turn their money towards alts in comparison to Bitcoin. I don't think that we're going to go back down to these, 30%, under 40% Bitcoin dominance levels, but just a little bit of a cool off. And I do think over the next several weeks that we are going to see Bitcoin's dominance go into the 50s for the first time since before April of 2021. But rejection here first, in my opinion. Rejection first, Bitcoin dominance goes down, altcoins roar potentially, and Jasmy would be one of those, which is why I have that 0.012 level as a possibility in my mind. But we'll see. That's what I have my eyes on. I'm looking at alts over the next 2 weeks or so, and this is the time. If it doesn't happen in April, the saying "sell in May, go away" could ring true this time around. And so next 2 weeks, I want to see alts rip, and if so, Jasmy's going to follow along with it. But I do want to say one thing real quick, and that is simply, after seeing this change of character and break of structure right about really it was right about here, but really seeing it around here, seeing us flip from a downtrend to an uptrend, that is when I started having a mindset of like, I don't mind just loading up on Jasmy in general. I wanted to wait for the downtrend to end. It has ended. We see a confirmation of the end of the downtrend on the daily chart at least. Now I'm expecting us to continue on the uptrend, at least to a double top eventually, but perhaps even much higher than that. So good news with Jasmy, in my opinion. We'll see where we head. Really has to happen soon. But anyway, that is all I have for today. I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you next week in the Thursday Jasmy update video. Peace.